Hello and welcome you all in the course of probability and statistics. In today's lecture, we should learn about marginal probability function, independent random variable, conditional probability function in the context of two-dimensional random variable. So first of all, we have to start marginal probability function. So these are the probability distribution table as we have to see in the last lecture. Now capital X and capital Y is the random variable, and say x1, x2 and so on xm are the component events of random variable capital X. Small y1, y2 and so on yn are the elements of the capital random variable y. Now corresponding to x1 and y1, the probability mass function is f of x1 y1. Similarly, with respect to x1 and y2 is f of x1 y2 and so on. Corresponding to this x1 and yn is f of x1 yn. Similarly, corresponding to x2y1 is f of x2y1. Corresponding to this x2 and y2, f of x2y2. Corresponding to x2 yn is f of x2 yn. Similarly, for the last row, that is f of xm y1, f of xm y2 and so on, f of xm yn. Also we have to see the property. Now this f1 x1 is nothing but is this addition of this whole the row, that is f1 f of x1 y1 plus f of x1 y2 plus and so on f of x1 yn is equal to f1 x1, and now is also rewritten as f1 xa in general manner, that is for x1 x2 and so on xm. So in general manner we have to write down is equal to probability of capital X is equal to small xa is nothing but summation k 1 to n all f of xa and yk. So these are corresponding to this particular column. So the probability of p of x is equal to xa, and similarly say p of y is equal to yk. These are corresponding to f1 xa, these are corresponding to f2 yk. f2 y1 similarly is nothing, just element of all this element in the first column, that is f of x1 y1 plus f of x2 y1 and so on f of xm y1 is equal to f2 y1, and is also represented as p of y is equal to yk. So as we have to see in this probability distribution table, the probability of this p of x is xa and this p of y is equal to yk are obtained from the margin. These are just like a margin obtained from the margin of the table. We often refer to this f1 xa and f2 yk as the marginal probability function of x and y. So these are the marginal probability function. So second concept is independent random variable for two dimensional. So suppose that capital X and capital Y are discrete random variable. If the events x is equal to x, capital Y is equal to y are independent event for all x and y, then we say that capital X and capital Y are independent random variable if it satisfies this equation. Probability of x is equal to x, 1, y is equal to y is equal to probability of x is equal to x into probability of y is equal to y. Now same thing we have to study independent random variable in one dimensional case. Now it's just a extension in just two dimension. So ultimately we have to just remember if the probability of x comma y is same as the probability of ln x into probability of ln y. If this condition is satisfied, then we have to say that both the events x and y are independent events. The corresponding variable are known as independent random variable. Now sometimes some of the author say use the different notation, say probability of x is equal to x, y is equal to y is also written as f of xy. These are simply written as f of xy. Similarly, probability of x is equal to x is simply written as f1x, and probability of y is equal to y is written as f2y. So ultimately this equation, if out of these two any one of the equation, actually both are same, is just a change of notation. So if this equation is satisfied, then we have to say that both the variable x and y are independent variable. Say the next, conditional probability function, simply known as conditional distribution. So in one dimensional random variable, we have to see that probability of any of the event is greater than 0. And now this equation 1 is nothing but is the definition of conditional probability. Say probability of happening of event B when event A is already finished is represented as probability of A intersection B upon probability of A. So these are nothing but just definition of conditional probability for one dimension. So just we have to extend it to two dimension. So if capital X and capital Y are discrete random variable, and say we have to assign say events, say this capital A represents say random variable X, capital B represents a random variable Y, then this equation 1 is transformed to say probability of now B, that is random variable Y. So capital Y is equal to Y slash capital A, so is replaced by capital X is equal to X, is equal to the probability of A intersection B is replaced by probability of X is equal to X, probability of Y is equal to Y upon probability of A, but A shows the event capital X, so is replaced by probability of X is equal to X. So this left hand side portion, say probability of Y slash X, is nothing but it shows the conditional distribution, sometimes is known as conditional probability function of Y at or given X. Again I will say that this can be read as conditional probability function of Y given X. Sometimes simply these are written as probability of, in this open bracket just we have to write down capital Y slash capital X. There is no need to write down small y and small x. So we have to obtain the conditional probability function is in terms of joint probability function, because this numerator is nothing but is represent joint probability function, and the denominator as we have to see in this slide it shows the marginal probability function. So conditional probability is just a combination of joint probability function and marginal probability function. Now remember here one of the important thing, the denominator must be not equal to 0, otherwise the probability tends to infinite and is never happen, because the probability of any of the events lies between 0 and 1. Now this second last row represent just alternate notation of this same thing, conditional distribution. The probability of y slash x is also written as f of y slash x. So either you have to write down f of y slash x, this one, both are same. Similarly, this probability of x equal to x comma y equal to y is also represented as function of x and y, and probability of x is equal to x simply written as f1x, and we have to use again same condition, the denominator, that is f1x, must not equal to 0. Again I will repeat that finally f of y slash x या probability of y slash x is known as conditional probability function of y at given x. Conditional probability function of y at given x. So let's see the example. So the joint probability function of two discrete random variable x and y is given by, say, function f is equal to c into 2x plus y, where c is a constant which is unknown, which we have to determine, where capital X, sorry, where small x and y can assume all integer between, now x is lying between 0 and 2, now y is lying between 0 and 3, and now except this point x and y, the function takes the value 0 in the remaining R2 plane. So our first question is, we have to find out the value of the constant c. The second one is, find the marginal probability function. First one, marginal probability function of x. Second, we have to find out marginal probability function of y. That is, we have to find out marginal probability function corresponding to both the variable. Third, we have to check whether the two variable x and y is independent or not. So it is clearly written here so that the random variable x and y are dependent. So we do not check, here is already mentioned so that is dependent. The last one, so find the conditional probability distribution of x at given y is equal to 1. So one by one we have to deal with each and every option. So let's start the first one. Say corresponding to this probability function, we have to find out the value of constant c. So as we have to seen in the last lecture, these are the same one. So we have to say consider all the points. Say x is between 0 to 2. So x is say 0, 1, 2, and y takes the value 0 to 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. See here, both left and right endpoints are included. So now the probability function f of xy is c into 2x plus y. So just I have to say that when x is 0, y is 0. Now x 0, y 0. So f of xy is 0. When x is 0, y is 1. X 0, y is 1. So bracket takes the value 1. So 1 into c. So c. So f of xy is c. When x 0, y is 2. X 0, y 2. So bracket takes the value 2. So 2 into c. When x 0, y 3. So this bracket takes the value 3 into c. So 3c. Similarly, say we have to talk about this. So when x is 2, y is 1. Now x is 2, y 1. So 2 into 2, 4 plus 1, 5. So bracket takes the value 5 into c. So its value is 5c. So we have to obtain each and every element. Now these are the marginal probability distribution. See here, the f1 x1 is nothing but is known as marginal probability function, and is obtained by using this formula, sum running from k1 to n f of xj yk, and is nothing, just simply addition of all these elements. So if we have to talk about, say, for this first row, so 0 plus c plus 2c plus 3c, so is 6c. Say 2c plus 3c, that is 5c, 5c plus 4c, 9c, 9c plus 5c, so 14c. Similarly, the addition of this row gives the 22c. Now next we have to find out marginal distribution for y. So 0 plus 2c plus 4c, so 6c. C plus 3c, so 4c, 4c plus 5c, so 9c. Similarly this one, so 3c plus 5c, 8c plus 7c, so 15c. And at the last, addition of this last row is 42c, and this addition of this column is 42c. And we know that the two-dimensional random variable has the property, the summation of all xi and all yi must be 1. It means that 42c is equal to 1, and that 42c is 1, that leads to c is 1 by 42. So we have to find out the value of c. Now find the marginal probability function of x. So the marginal probability function of x is given by probability of x is equal to xj is nothing, is just only f1 xj. So probability of x is equal to x is nothing, yes, simply written as f1x. So when x is equal to 0, now here we have to write down corresponding to x, marginal probability distribution corresponding to x, that means this one. Now when x is 0, its marginal distribution is 6c. So when x is 0, the marginal probability function is 6c. But here we have to find out c is 1 by 42. So 6 divided by 6 into 1 by 42. So simplification leads 1 by 7. Now when x is 1, the marginal probability function is 14c. So 14c. But c is 1 by 42. So 14 by 42, that is 1/3. Similarly, when x is 2, it takes the value 22c. So 22c, but c is 1 by 42. So simplification leads 11 by 21. And at the last, you have to check your marginal probability function is right or not. Just by using simply find out the addition of all the marginal probability function. So 1 by 7 plus 1/3 plus 11 by 21. And remember, the addition must be 1. Similarly, next we have to obtain marginal probability function for y. Is denoted by probability of y is equal to y, yeah, f2y. Say first of all, say corresponding to y is 0, so is 6c. So when y is equal to 0 is 6c, but c is 1 by 42. So 6 divided by 42, so it leads 1 by 7. Now when y is equal to 1, marginal probability function is 9c. So 9c, so 9 into 1 by 42, so it leads 3 by 14. Similarly for y is 2 is 12c, y is 3, 15c. That is 12c and 15c. So it's 12c and 15c. C is 1 by 42. So after simplification, we have to get 2 by 7. And when y is 3, we have to get 5 by 14. Now again here we have to check it's right or wrong. So just find out addition of all probability function. So 1 by 7 plus 3 by 14 plus 2 by 7 plus 5 by 14, and it leads to 1. So these are right. Now third, we have to check both the variables are independent or not. So if the two variables are independent, then we know that it must satisfy this condition. Probability of x comma y is equal to probability of x into probability of y. So let's check. We have to randomly consider any one of the combination. Say probability of x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1. So see here, x is 2, y is 1. Now see in the table, x is 2 and y is 1. So its intersect is here. So probability when x is 2, y is 1 gives the 5c. So is 5c, but c is 1 by 42. So 5 by 42. And now if it is independent, then it must satisfy this condition. So we have to write down the joint probability distribution is 5 by 42. Now next we have to see this marginal probability distribution. So probability of x is equal to x, but we have to take x is 2. So x is 2. So probability of x is equal to 2 is 22c. So 22c, but c is 1 by 42. So simplification leads 11 by 21. Yeah, this can be also seen from here. Say x is equal to 2. X is equal to 2, yes. So you have to also see from this marginal probability function 22c, so 11 by 21. Now probability of y is equal to 1. So when y is 1, probability, marginal probability function is 9c, that is 3 by 14. So is 3 by 14. and now his independent variable x and y are independent variable, it must satisfy this condition. But you have to see here the left hand side is 5 by 42 and the right hand side 11 by 21 into 3 by 14 does not leads 5 by 42. So these conditions are failed. So we cannot say that both the variables are independent. So we have to say that random variable x and random variable y are dependent. The results also follows from the fact that the joint probability function, these are question 2x plus y into c, but c is 1 by 42, cannot be expressed as a function of x alone and function of y alone. We cannot write down this joint probability function. So left hand side is a joint probability function and we cannot express this as a function of x alone. These are function of x alone into function of y alone. That's why we have to say that capital X and capital Y are dependent variable. Just like when we have to find out say height and weight of any of the person. So height and weights are dependent variable, just like that. Lastly, we have to find out the conditional probability distribution. So see the definition conditional distribution. Now the conditional distribution says that the conditional probability function of y at given x is represented by probability of y at given x. See here given x is the last term and the formula is this conditional distribution is equal to joint probability function upon marginal function. The denominator must be the last point, last term x is equal to x. So here we have to discuss conditional probability of y at given x. But in this question we have to find out conditional probability distribution of x given y. So these are x and y are interchanged. So corresponding we have to change the formula. We have to write down this x component is first, y component is next. Numerator doesn't matter is as it is, but this denominator is replaced by y. So these are the formula of conditional probability distribution. And we are interested to find out conditional probability distribution of x given y. But we know that x takes three values 0, 1 and 2. So we have to find out conditional probability of x at given y for each and every value of x. Let's first talk about the first one. So probability of x is equal to 0 at y is equal to 1 by using this formula. Probability of x is 0, probability of y is equal to 1 upon probability of y is equal to 1 is equal to, see probability of x0 y1, say x0 y1 that is c. So x0 y1 that is c. Denominator is my marginal probability distribution at y is equal to 1. So at y is equal to 1 marginal distribution is 6c. So y is equal to 1. These are at y equal to 0. At y is equal to 1 it's 9c. So at y is equal to 1 is 9c and we know that c is 1 by 42. So definitely is non-zero, so it's cancel out, so 1 by 9. Similarly, conditional probability distribution at x is 1 at given y is equal to 1. So according to this formula x and y both are 1 and denominator is probability of y equal to 1. So denominator is as it is 9c. Now we have to check this joint probability distribution when x and y both are 1. So when x and y both are 1 it takes the value 3c. So 3c upon 9c. So c is cancel out, further simplification let's 1 by 3. And the similarly last one, probability of x is 2, y1, denominator is as it is 9c. Now x2, y1. So when x is 2, y is 1, it gives 5c. So numerator is 5c. The denominator is probability of y is equal to 1. You have to also see from here when y is equal to 1 its probability is 9c. So 9c. So c is cancel out 5 by 9. So we have to write down this whole procedure in this simplest table form. So thus conditional distribution of x at given y equal to, so these are value of x 0, 1 and 2. So we have to write down 0, 1, 2. And now these are the conditional probability distribution. Probability of x is equal to x place at y is equal to 1. So first one is 1 by 9, second one is 1 by 3, the last one is 5 by 9. So thank you so much for paying your attention.